Well, how do you do, buckaroos, and how the heck are you? So this is one that a brewer friend of mine, Blaine, gave to me, and he made me promise to be brutally honest. So I hate when people do that to me, man. Anyways, so it is a farmhouse ale, and if you notice the cap that I put on the picture, there's a W on it. You did two that were basically the same beer that had different yeast strain. This was, I believe he said, was Wallonia. Excuse me, I'm having some issues here with my thing. Anyway, he did tell me though that this one was better after it warmed up. But I do have it cold to start with because I wanted to start with it a little chillier and then let it warm up. You see what I did there? Anyway, I always like to start with it on the cold end and let it warm up. So what I notice right now is some fruity farmhouse notes. I certainly feel some banana, but I'm almost feeling like other fruit notes, almost like fruit punch like aromas. Hey, you're gonna think I'm crazy now, man. That's what it smells like. Oh wow, yeah. Okay, so he said he preferred it a little warmer, so I am gonna let this warm up as I keep going here. But holy schnizzle, man, that's interesting. So I'm getting some banana notes. I'm also feeling some pear. I'm feeling some white grape. I'm getting some herbal, some floral components in there as well. But the finish is interestingly dry. I haven't figured out that last flavor yet. So when it hits me, I will let you know. But it hasn't come to me yet, man. It's a very aromatic, a combination of fruit and floral notes. Get them. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes, well, I think of things. I know that sounds crazy, but it's like fruit punch and floral characteristics. But that dry herbal finish is what really is attracting me to the beer right now. That finish is interesting. There's a flavor there that I haven't, again, it's right at the very end that I haven't quite deciphered. I hope I get there before the end of this. Right now it's not there, man, but there's something there that I find very interesting. This guy's a great brewer. He really is. He does some amazing stuff. And if he was allowed to do what he is capable of doing, the brewery he works for would be just doing incredibly well. Unfortunately, though, brewers aren't able to, well, us craft beer geeks, sometimes we blame brewers for certain things, and it's not always the brewer. Sometimes you've got an owner not allowing a brewer to stretch his legs. If this particular brewer was allowed to do what he did best, this brewer would do it amazingly well. I'm almost there. I feel like I'm getting close to figuring out what that note is. I feel like I'm close, man. I'm just not. I feel like I almost had it there and then I lost it. But he did say he felt that it opened up as it got warm. So I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to stop this video, wait about 5 minutes, and let that open up and see if I can come up with something different. I'll be back. And as promised, I'm back, man. Did you miss me? Anyways, so I wanted to let this warm up a little bit because I do remember him telling me he thought it really opened up as it warmed. But I didn't want to pop it cold just to see what it did. It was very fragrant cold. It's even more fragrant as it warmed up, though. And although earlier I mentioned the banana notes from the farmhouse and the various floral notes, right now I'm really noticing, although I should notice banana, as most people want to tell you from a farmhouse. I mentioned earlier fruit punch like notes. I'm still getting that, man. I'm getting more pear, more white grape notes. I'm getting some melon-like notes. Actually, that's what I was picking up. Almost honeydew. Honeydew. That's it. Honeydew. That's what I'm. That's it. That's a ticket. That's the honeydew melon. Son of a bitch. I knew there's something there I wasn't quite getting, but that was it. Yeah, honeydew. Had a can be moment there. Flavors of what? What are you smelling, Tom? What are you tasting? Yeah, there's still that ending flavor I'm not quite picking up. It's good, man. It's very good. Yeah, I'm getting melon notes in there. That's what, on the nose and on the palate. That's what I was missing before, is those melon notes, man. It's good. I love when friends give me beer. I do. This isn't a commercial beer, and I have other, I don't know. There's people I know that do so-called beer reviews that don't like home brews because they only want something they can hawk. That's not why I do this. I'm not doing a commercial for a beer. I love when I get homebrew clubs that give me beers because I want to talk about the beer. I'm not trying to sell the beer. And that's the problem with some of these guys out there, is all they want. They want somebody to hand them a beer so they can try to hawk it. Now, I'm not a carnival barker, man. Not anymore, anyway. It was the 80s. I was young. Anyways, it's a fine beer. It really is. It's an interesting yeast strain, very fruity, floral, but I'm getting more fruit than floral, if that makes sense to you. So you go, hey, thanks, Blaine, for giving me this beer. This is outstanding. I don't want to do the whole video for this beer because I want to sit back and enjoy the rest of it. So there you go. I'm the Beer Whisperer, BeerVangelist, prolific beer drinker, purveyor of wisdom, and all around good guy. Well, how do you do, buckaroos? How the heck are you? So I have another one here from a brewer friend. It's basically the same farmhouse ale with a different yeast strain. And I lost the cap here, man. It's it's a 565, a different version of a Belgian yeast strain. You say you thought it was close to flat. Actually, I did pour this rather aggressive. Well, actually, I didn't pour this aggressive as I thought I did, and I didn't get a whole lot of snap from it. But if I'd have remembered, I didn't remember until I would start pouring, I would have tipped her up and got some. Anyways, he did say it did tend to come alive as it warmed up. But what I'm getting here on the nose, as I'm pouring this rather cool, is a mix of fruit and floral. I'm getting some banana. You might get hints of clove, like a Hefeweizen-like notes, but not quite the same. I'm getting light floral notes, almost, hold on a second. I'm going to let this warm a little bit. I tell you what, I'm going to shut this down for a second. I'll let this warm for a couple minutes and then come back.